Ladies and gentlemen, TVS has finally entered into the world of adventure motorcycles, and it's called the Apache RTX. Now it has the design, it has the components, and it has the specifications to take on the best. But can it? And that is exactly the question we're in the laplands of Himalayas to try and answer. So stay tuned. So let's start with the design, because that is one aspect which I think really hits it out of the park. That is what this motorcycle will be known for, and it's what it does best. Now, where it forms the best impression is at the front. It definitely has a European aura to it, and if you look ahead with the exaggerated front fender, with the double LEDs, now it kind of looks like the Triumph Tiger or the Ducati Multistrada. Now some people might call it cheesy, but I really like it. It really catches the eye and it really demands the attention. Now you move further back, I think this motorcycle looks big. I think that is also a standout aspect, that if someone sees you coming down the road, it has that road presence where he'll keep looking. It gets a 12.5 litre tank, and it's really exaggerated with the cuts and creases, moving all the way back to a pretty slim rear section. If you talk a little about ergonomics, well, you get a seat height of 835 millimeters. Now, as you guys can see, I'm 5'6", and I fit quite easily. My legs fall easily to the ground, my hands fall easily to the handlebar, and it definitely has the comfort factor to it. For those who tend to use the motorcycles more towards off-road, yes, you can stand up and ride. The handlebars, again, are not exactly quite high up, but they fall easily to the hands. You can grip the tank, and the inseam area is quite thin, which makes it easy to stand up again. Apart from the design, I think what really catches the eye is the amount of features on offer. First and foremost, you get the 5-inch color TFT screen. Of course, this has the capability of map mirroring. You can take calls, you can change music. It has an easy layout to it. It switches between day and night mode quite easily, and it'll definitely be a boon to use no matter whether you're riding on the highway or through some off-road trails. It'll be pretty easy to use. But if you talk about some more features, well, you get cruise control, you get LED lighting all around. They're adjustable for their brightness. They also have a welcome function. They also have a follow me home function. So overall, I think features is something that will really catch the eye. Then we move on to the specifications. You get a 299cc liquid-cooled double overhead camshaft engine. It makes about 35.5 bhp and 28.5 Nm of peak torque. Now, it is tractable, but it misses out on a bit of low-end grunt and only comes alive post 4 to 5,000 RPM. Now, you get a 6-speed gearbox with a quickshifter. Now, what I felt was, if you're doing slow-speed technical trails or just pottering around town, first and second gets a little too short. You always have to shift into third, and when you come around the corner, you have to shift back into first and quick shift up back into third again.
Overall, while there is a bit of mid-end and top-end grunt and the power delivery is quite linear, what the engine misses out on is character. It does not like to be pushed a lot and likes to do things at its own pace. With that, NVH levels also need a bit of improvement because vibrations do creep in at higher RPMs.
Today we didn't get a chance to go up to triple-digit speeds or to 5th or 6th gear riding, but from what I experienced, I think this is a decent bike for your city commutes, for your slow-speed trails, because it is tractable. You do have a bit of power to it, which you can use for overtaking, or you can use to power out of tough situations, so there's no problem over there. What really helps is the suspension components. You get a 41mm upside down fork, and you get monoshock at the back, and the best way to describe the suspension is it's balanced. It's stiff enough to have fun on road, but it's pliant enough to go over rough patches of road without causing too much trouble.
While suspension was the biggest highlight when it comes to performance, our experience was hindered due to some teething issues on the motorcycle. The bike I had irregular fueling issues at lower speed and lower RPMs, along with the gear indicator which kept showing me I was in first even when I shifted up to second and third. These were just minor niggles which can be easily sorted, and overall I left with a decently positive impression of the motorcycle. Yes, the engine performance might be average, but it is packaged within an overall solid product.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was all about the TVS Apache RTX. In my opinion, I think it is a versatile motorcycle. It'll keep you happy in city commutes, whether if you're taking it to slow speed, technical trails, it'll not feel out of its depth. But what do you guys think of the Apache RTX? What do you think of it as compared to its competition? Tell us in the comment section down below.